was born in 1785. I was 93 when I took my first life. My friends call me Old Hickory, but the rest just call me the killing tree. The rest just call me the killing tree. Now when they make the hangman's noose, my old branches grow new fruit. They're black and white and the short and tall. And when the rope is ripe, that's when they fall. When the rope is ripe, that's when they fall. The Garden of Eden's got nothing on me. I ain't the tree of life, I'm the killing tree. Yeah. Well, it took more lives than I want to tell. I sent a few to heaven and lots of hell. I seen a few men pray and a lot of men die. Yeah, if you go my way, you don't go back alive. If you go my way, you don't go back alive. The Garden of Eden's got nothing on me. I ain't the tree of life, I'm the killing tree. Well, they turned mama into a barn, and they cut down daddy at the county farm. But I've been spared the saw and the plow. Yeah, I'm still hanging 'cause I still know how. I'm still hanging 'cause I still know how. The Garden of Eden's got nothing on me. Son, I ain't the tree of life, I'm the killing tree. Thank you. All right, if we didn't scare anybody off after that, or maybe after that song you might be a little bit nervous, but Charlie and I just want to remind you that you get what you pay for.
Yeah, I don't know what you scare here. I painted that or you wrote that.
I don't know. What's the other one you got here?
The Little White House.
Okay, the Little White House.
Okay.
I'll take that one. So, the Little White House, this is an interesting story. I'm a really sentimental guy, and I'm one of those guys that I do 150 gigs a year. That's what I do for a living. I write, record, and travel, and you got a lot of windshield time, and sometimes listening to music, it's kind of boring, so you just sit out there with your thoughts, at 1 in the morning. And the thing I kept thinking about was, I thought what would be a great song idea would, like, I'm a really sentimental guy, and I have a childhood home in Wheelersburg, Ohio that I haven't lived in since 1995. Basically, the time I drive it, I'm like, get out of my house. That's my house, I'm really sentimental, and certain places and time and buildings and areas of the country really mean a lot to me, and I carry that around wherever I go. And this is about a little white house. I was dating this girl down in Kentucky, and she lived in this little tiny white house. And what kicked off this song was this was back during the epidemic where I don't know if it was really an epidemic, but it was definitely a situation that was going on. It's when everyone thought it was a great idea to dress as clowns and stare at people in public. Remember that? Yeah, everyone remembers that total dork that stood out there on the bridge. But anyways, I was leaving her house one night, and she lived about 2 hours from home, and I was heading home. It was really, really late, and I'm about a half hour from her house, and I get a phone call, and I said, hello, and she goes, hey, where are you at? I said, I'm on 64 near Moorhead, Kentucky. And she goes, I heard something outside. I think it's one of those killer clowns. I said, it's not one of those killer clowns. And she goes, how do you know? Are you there? I said, no, I'm just telling you, it's kind of an irrational fear. And she goes, I said, you're going to be fine. And she goes, is that what you're going to tell my parents when the coroner finds my dead body hacked up into pieces in my bedroom? I said, okay. I said, I'll turn around and go back. And she goes, no, don't do that. I said, it's 1 a.m. I said, I'm either going to keep going or I'm going to turn around. She goes, okay, turn around if you want me to live. So, like a good feller, I turned back around and got to the house, and I had a little league baseball bat in my car, and I kept in the trunk for such an occasion, I guess. So I took this little ball bat and my phone and with the flashlight on it and looked around, and a raccoon had gotten in the garbage. That was all there was. And we have this policy. She said, you can stay as late as you want, but you can't stay the night. And by this time it was about 2 a.m. I was pretty tired. It was about a 2-hour drive home, and I was about ready to walk out the door, and she goes, hey, she said, I really appreciate you. I said, I know. I said, that's okay. I said, but listen, I said, it's really late. I got to get back home. And she leaned in real close, and she goes, you still going to come over for breakfast at 7 a.m? I said, yeah, I'll take about a 45-minute nap and meet you. She goes, great, you're the best. I love you, bye, and shut the door. So this is a song about that house. You know I could fill me a warehouse with memories of things that I'll carry wherever I go. When I was a younger man, I had me this woman, and the things that I yearned for are so long ago. And there in that Kentucky town, and down there on First Street, my best year was found in a little white house. We'd have late conversations. Baby, what you doing tonight? And won't you come see me, darling? There's a bump in the night. But I need no reasons, nor the sunlight of day. Just the thought of the front door would light up my way. I drive 100 miles one way and try not to sleep as I daydreamed about staying in a little white house. A home full of love is a mansion of gold. Ours went dark as a dungeon when the love turned cold. And as I was leaving, my white rose in her hand, she said, don't wait forever, I hope you'll understand. I never thought I'd see the day. Now she's long gone, but what'll never go away from me is the little white house. Thank you.
You got anything happier than that, Josiah?
Got anything happier than that? I do.
That was the problem. Every time we get together, like, we got this cool song. It's about ghosts and the graveyard.
And heartbreak and killing trees and murder and everything else. Yeah. You want to, let's do the one you
We're
were...
7 tracks deep. I think if they're still listening, we better put something upbeat. Can you play the song about the big fish?
Yeah.
I've got a really
All right, yeah, we'll do this one here. Self-admittedly, I don't like to fish. So this is the best fishing song I can come up with. We wrote this song about an uncatchable fish. Charlie would have brought the painting, but we came up with this idea that the fish is uncatchable, so if it hasn't been caught yet, it will live and grow and grow and grow. And I kid you not, I went into his house one day and he had this giant door on his kitchen counter. I said, "What the heck is that?" He goes, "Well, that's going to be the painting of the fish." He said, "We're going to paint it on a door." I'm like, "All right." It's I think someone actually bought it, didn't they? Didn't they ship it out like to Chicago or somewhere nuts? I hate to see the shipping bill on that. Yeah, we'll do this one here about the uncatchable fish. Mr. Walleye Willie. Well, down there in the bottom of the Dallas County Lake is an Alabama walleye they all know by name. Well, he lives down in the bayou and in the dreams of fishermen. You're gonna need a crane on a diesel train, honey, just to reel him in. Yeah, he's Walleye Willie on the Alabama shore, and 100 men are gonna try for another 100 more. Well, I heard the old man gossip down at the hardware store. You can't hang him on your mantle, 'cause he won't fit through the door. Well, one man cast his bait, but fate said Willie wins again. At the end of the line was a cardboard sign with Willie's middle fin. Yeah, he's Walleye Willie on the Alabama shore, and 100 men are gonna try for another 100 more. Was an evolution, a revolution when the TVA and the forest ranger said that he's a danger to the lake. Well, they cast their nets and placed their bets, but Willie was never found. I guess he took a Greyhound bus right on out of town. Yeah, he's Walleye Willie on the Alabama shore, and 100 men are gonna try for another 100 more. Yeah, he's Walleye Willie on the Alabama shores. 100 men are gonna try for another 100 more. Thank you. All right. Got about 15 minutes left. You want to do a couple more?
Oh, sure.
We'll do this one here. This was the hardest song to write. When it came down to it, where I had no more songs to give Charlie, I had to start writing more. I was getting down to the wire. You know, I was kind of digging at the bottom of the barrel of creativity. I'm not like Charlie. Every single time I see Charlie, he's always working on a painting. He's always got something he's going on. He's just constantly working. And I'm one of those guys, I pick up the guitar every day, but I might write a song once every like 6 weeks. You know, I can't force it. So Charlie gave me this really cool painting, and it was of this couple sitting on the top of a roof. And instead of stargazing, it was pouring down rain, and they had this little umbrella they were under. And I said, that's really something. And I said, well, that's really cool, man. I like that. And he goes, well, I'm trying to portray the idea that, you know, it doesn't matter how bad things can get. As long as I got my significant other, everything's okay. And I'm like, Charlie, I didn't know you thought that way about me, buddy. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. That's for the after party. But anyways, this song was the hardest one to write. What we would normally do is at the first of the month, we would meet and exchange ideas and then go back. And I think we had to go like 2.5 months because I couldn't come up with something. And then creativity is a very interesting thing. You know, when the muse comes calling, you know, I know the voice of my master. So fortunately for me, he calls whenever it's really inconvenient, like when you're in the shower or something like that. So I was in the middle of taking a shower when I all of a sudden realized how the song needed to go. So I ran out of the shower, grabbed a towel with the shower still running, and wrote this song in like 15 minutes, and then went back in and took a cold shower. But it was worth it. I've sung this song at a couple of weddings. It was worth it. So this is a real pretty one. This is called You Are All I Need. And this goes out to all you significant others out there. Now, if you don't have your significant other with you, or your significant other list, just scoot in real close to yourself and compliment your shirt or something, you know?
There you go, Charlie.
Feel the rain falling down, and hear the wind and feel the sound. But it ain't got nothing on you and me. Every day is Christmas and New Year's Eve, when you are all I need. And I hope you'll see that, darling, you are all I need. You're all I need. And hold my hand and stand by me, and close your eyes on a count of 3. Now we ain't got nothing but some red and blue, but I have everything, baby, if I have you, 'cause you are all I need. And I hope you'll see that, darling, you are all I need. You're all I need. Yeah, darling, you are all I need. You're all I need. Thank you. Now listen, mister, just because you and I made eye contact during that song, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Good to see you, Mr. Slusher. How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, we'll do 2 more here. Charlie, you pick one, and then we'll end with the one about the flood.
You want to do Yang High?
Yep. Well, this is the one of the wordiest songs I ever wrote. Go for it, Charlie.
That's because it took me almost 2 years, like the whole time we were working on this project. I started this one at the beginning and rushed to have it at the end. Like this painting, I'll show you guys a picture of it. It ended up being kind of this Western ballad. So I had it halfway done, and I was like, I've got a halfway done paintings. Does that count? Can you write a song about a halfway done painting?
I couldn't, but I said yes. I don't think I told you this, but we had an agreement to meet at the first of the month, and it was like the last day in like May, and it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I haven't written a single lyric for this thing. And I wrote it like in 45 minutes or an hour, and I totally pulled it out of my hind end, and it's my favorite song. It's one of my favorite ones off the record.
I'll show you guys. It started out as a picture of a caveman with a jaguar cooking a fish on fire, and then by the time it's done, it's got a cowboy and trains and pretty much everything that he's got in the song.
Yep.
It's not quite an Alice's restaurant, but it's about there.
It's about there. Here we go. This is my Clint Eastwood Western song. Now let me tell y'all a story about the Bony Fiddle Gang. It was Pistol Pete, little Sister Cheyenne, and a little girl without a name. Old Pistol Pete, he was a wild kind of man. He was crazier than a loon. Always had that ace of spades tucked up his sleeve and a dagger hidden in his boot. Old Sister Cheyenne, she's the only daughter of a real-life son of a gun. She had 18 notches on her pistol grip before the age of 21. And I know it's a shame to say, but the little girl with no name, she's a byproduct of the two. And everybody said it was real hard to tell just who was raising who. Well, their claim to fame was hung on all their names when they robbed every bank and train, from the Chippewa way on down there to Arkansas, from Kansas City down to Santa Fe. Well, they would ride around along the western town saying, "Stick 'em up, mister, honey, put that money down." The lawmen say that the gang should hang, and they rounded up a posse and they all sang, "I'll hang 'em high, swing 'em low, clip some wings and sell some souls, and ship 'em off to where good men never go. Yeah, let's hang 'em high and swing 'em low." Old Pistol Pete said, "Let me start this here show," and he poked himself a 44 caliber hole through the ceiling of the good old C&O Canal Saloon. The little girl with no name ran up behind the bar, and the nervous barkeep chewed on his old cigar and emptied out his cash register while her little bow and arrow loomed. And old Miss Sister Cheyenne, she was the crowd control. She picked and pocketed herself a nice load of some cash, coins, jewelry, and a real fine gold watch. Well, the posse was in and out of there in 3 minutes flat. They got on their horses and they turned their backs to the south side of town, and they rode the hell out of Dodge, just laughing, shooting up and singing, "I'll hang 'em high, swing 'em low. Won't you clip my wings and sell my soul? Let's ship 'em off to where good men never go. Yeah, let's hang 'em high and swing 'em low." Well, the posse caught the outlaws camped out there on the outskirts of the desert with their campfire and whiskey bottle running pretty low. The little girl with no name screamed out, "Oh Lord, here they come!" But before she ran, she was overrun by them 45 calibers that were made that day just to take her soul. And old Pistol Pete, he drew out both of his peacemakers. He went to war fueled with fire, water, and anger, but then he met his maker soon by the way of the Ross County Undertaker. And the posse told everybody that Sister Cheyenne passed away, grieving and pleading, crossed her little fingers for luck. So the posse strung the 3 of them up by the neck just to make sure that the dying stuck. I'll hang 'em high and swing 'em low, and clip some wings and sell some souls. We'll ship 'em off to where good men never go. Yeah, let's hang 'em high and swing 'em low. I'll hang 'em high and swing 'em low. Thank you. We're just about out of time. We got just a few minutes left, so I'll take this one too. This is a song we wrote about the Portsmouth Flood back in 1937. It was really interesting. We decided that we wanted to do some research, or I did, I guess, because I was the one writing the song. So I remember this documentary you always had to watch in school called River Voices. Anybody seen that? Not everybody at once. It was really good, and I watched it, and I wrote a song based off of this, and particularly this poor guy. He was, I guess he was like writing like a memoir as it happened, and he was coming home to his house, and the floodwater came into the town, and he was practically swimming down his road to his house, and he got to his house, and the water started coming up into his home, and as the water was coming up, the doorbell started ringing. And he said, man, it was awful nice for old man River to ring my bell before he barged into my house like that. So Charlie put this painting together, and I wrote this song about it. This is going to be the last song. I'm really grateful for you all to come out. It really feels good to play for a very attentive crowd. You're doing 150 gigs a year. Sometimes you can't even get a word in edgewise. You're in the middle of playing a song, and some guy gets real drunk and throws something at you and demands friends in low places or something, you know. So I really appreciate you. Charlie, got anything you want to add before we kick into the song and get on out of Dodge?
You want a commercial now?
Yeah, might as well.
We've got the merch table over here. We've got books that has a CD, paintings, prints. Just come see us right up here after.
Yep.
And wait until if you want to hear him talk more, he'll be there.
That's right. I'll be right over here at this little table next to the bar entrance. All right. This song's called "The Prayers Went Up and the Rain Came Down." In the year of our Lord, way back in 37, my little hometown was on the south side of heaven. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. Well, the river was rising and the word got around. Hear the women and the children make a bone-chilling sound. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. Now save my city and save my soul. The muddy water's washing away my home. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. All right, pick it now. Now the paper said the people are waiting on a sign. The early morning came like a thief in the night. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. Now hear the factory whistle, all the missionary bells. The flood walls turned into the gates of hell. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. Now Jesus, come and let the good times flow. We'll be dancing on the water on the Ohio. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. I'll pick it for the folks one time. Here we go. And now old man River, he's a ringing my bell and turning my house into a wishing well. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. And now I'm singing that song, are you washed in the blood? I jumped out the window baptized in the flood. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. Now save my city and save my soul. The muddy water's washing away my home. And the prayers went up and the rain came down. All right. Once again, we want to thank you for being such a great audience. We really had a great time playing for y'all.
Thank you guys.
Thank y'all so very much.
I'm gonna get this out of you guys.
If you guys want to get a better look at these, or if we still got a little bit of light. He's still Josiah. I'm still Charlie. Thank you guys. We'll be up here with our stuff, and if you want to hear some more stories, more welcome to come talk to us.
Yeah, come talk to us. We'll be happy to oblige you. I want to get a water. You want one?
I've got one stacked somewhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. All right. Oh, yeah, you're good. Yeah, we were just gonna start with.
Thank you all so much for coming out on this really great summer night, our first night of autumn.
Yeah, today or tomorrow, I think.
There's the 21st. Officially the first day of fall.
Awesome, yay.
So we need to thank the Songwriter Foundation.
I know it is well.
All right, we need to thank the Scioto Foundation. This is a free concert underwritten by the Scioto Foundation. You need to thank Mark at the bar. He's our grant writer who tries to write as many grants as possible so that we can offer you many, many things free or for not much charge at all. So if you like what you see tonight, if you like, come in, leave us a donation so we can keep doing this.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if you give us just a few minutes, we'll have the Marys coming up next.
All right, well wait, she's asking about our next concert.
Oh, sorry, can't hear you.
No, I'm asking about the October 17th donation foundation.
Oh, the
okay,
Scioto
yeah.
Foundation, thank you very much. Yes, double the money. So if you give to the museum on October 17th via the Scioto Foundation, it's the day of giving through all of the city. Your money is matched and it grows, and we love that even more too. So we've got schedules floating around, so pick up schedules for our upcoming concerts.
All right, it's yours now. All right. Thank you. Cool, thank you.
Go back this way.
Are we all going back that way, or you just walking?
So you can walk back that way. I was going to say this
This is the book and the CD. My son.
We do mics and stuff there.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
So I'll have to get a case for the CD.
How are you?
Oh, what happened? I was back here singing all the songs because I listened to my own stuff. And then I had a rotary and I was like, yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh yeah, long time.
So I just came here and I'm so glad I'm Lauren Fay now. Yes, I'll bounce. I did.
Hello. For those of you who didn't hear at the beginning, we do have some new exhibitions open in the museum, so if you want to wander in and look around while you're waiting, you're welcome to do that.
I would absolutely love that. I would love it, love it, love that.
$35 you get appetizers, free chicken, and live instructions.
I think it's a C, so it should be great. It's good seeing you. Thanks for coming. No, I live in Marysville. But yeah, we try to get down east anytime we're down.
This is Casey. She was a student when I started.
Ages ago. Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, she was not there. So.
That's awesome. Oh. Good. Good mix of that. Awesome. It's hard.
I'm going to use it. You need to stick to that.
No, thank you. I love it. Good
Yeah. You want to sit at a table
I gotta get over this. We're trying to take care of these things.
We were telling stories.
Sorry. That was pretty cool, guys. Yeah. I appreciate the sketches. I think I turned out nicely.
I'm going to come back here.
Yeah, I just feel kind of awkward doing the bit. It's like the whole song, glad, like the new line.
Right on, bro. Yeah, stay before. Keep going.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you got it? Nice. You have a light show.
Awesome, man.
I think this is going to be really hot for me. I'm not going to have to stand right there.
Because he's the one that pays
A little bit. I can just
Yeah,
I can stand there.
Just like a little audio interface, you can hear musicians. So you just get a little
Hey, You don't have to do it right now. Just like you're walking around. Yeah, that's way.
That's what I suggest you do because it takes you a lot of money. Perfect.
Here we go.
You mentioned Billie Holiday.
Okay.
You filming?
Well, I'm trying to figure out the lighting. I was for the first.
There is no lighting.
I might be able to lighten it up on this thing.
I think your hand was lighting.
No. We got the first act. Alright, Facebook Live. It's pictures.
Hey everybody.
Oh, you got your time.
I know, there's only two.
We are the Marys this evening. It's nice to be here with you. Such a great audience out there. Thanks. We're actually gonna undergo a band name change. We wouldn't be a proper band if we didn't. But have you ever wondered what a tiger and a duck would look like if you crossed them?
Yes.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
I'm sure you wonder that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be Ty Ducker. I'm sure Charlie will imagine what that looks like. All right, love it. So what we're about to do, it's a lot different than what Josiah did. So I want to warn you. But we're gonna play a lot of all original songs for you. This first one is called Questing, and Amanda had this really great jam that she was sitting on for years, and she brought it to the table, and I was like, that feels like I should be a cowboy on the desert questing for something. So that's the story on this one. Would you hang from the tree to learn all the secret sounds? Listen to the ocean and the song that I forgot, I've been living in Marysville for a couple of years now, moved up north, and I forgot how much hotter it was here. It's like it's only, 120 miles, not very far, 150, whatever it is, but it is significantly hotter in the Scioto Valley here. It's real sticky. You guys got it all sticky down here. Nothing wrong with that. It's great to be sticky. So that last one was a newer one. This next one is one I wrote when I still lived here in Portsmouth. It's called Good Whiskey. Good whiskey and bad beer. Tell me all the things that I want to hear. Just one more shot of that small batch, and you'll be telling things you mean to forget. Though you'll sit home forgetting, you'll still be repeating every sentiment you've ever known. There's some that will never know you. Well, you've lost a lot of memories to caramel-colored water. Every drink is another toast to the ones that'll soon be gone. Good whiskey and bad beer. Tell me all the things that I want to hear. Just one more shot of that small batch, and you'll be telling things you mean to forget. Well, where do you go when the drive is too far? Is that love anyways? And hope that your horse knows the way. Good whiskey and bad beer. Tell me all the things that I want to hear. Just one more shot of that small batch, and you'll be telling things you mean to forget. And I'll be telling things I mean to forget. And we'll be telling things we mean to forget. Thank you. That one gets a big shout out to Four Roses Small Batch for being a big inspiration, as it will. Oh yeah. So this next song is called Threadbare Memories, and I was thinking about all these ratty T-shirts I wear, T-shirts I've revisited so many times because I love them so much. And I was thinking about how you could have a memory that you visited so many times that memory became threadbare. So that's the idea behind this next one. The only thing that's left to do is drink up Threadbare memories. Josiah was right. You guys are a wonderful audience. Does it sound okay out there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that was just me trying to get affirmation. Take it a different tempo for you. This next song is called Wicked, and there's a line in it called "Let us be wicked." It was built from a lot of like funny one-liners we kept saying, but let us be wicked. I keep picturing a wicked head of lettuce, like it's like I'm lettuce. It's almost as ridiculous as Ty Ducker. Almost. I can tell you guys really like it. Thank you. Yeah, man. Get up that harmonica. Yeah, man.
Get that Steve Free hat on.
Oh,
I know, where'd the hat go?
where's the hat? We brought props.
There we go. That's better.
This next song is a song I wrote in Portsmouth as well. It's called Time. I always tell people this is on my breakup album. I was listening to a lot of Beck at that time, the album Sea Change, which is a great breakup album if you need a breakup album right now. Or this song. Options. They say it's never too late. So my name's Casey Smith. This is Amanda Egnott back here on percussion and guitar and harmonica. Who knows what she'll pull out next? All the weird stuff. Normal stuff. So this next song is called Big Leagues, and I submitted this for the Tiny Desk Contest, which there's no way to win that thing. There are just so many incredible entries. Like, gosh, if you just go out and watch them, you get down a rabbit hole of like all this talent in America that's hidden in corners like Portsmouth. I always tell people, like, there's so much talent in Portsmouth, there are so many good songwriters, it's really incredible how many people are writing songs here, and it's awesome to see so many people out here tonight. You guys are awesome. Woo! Big leagues! Thought you were headed for the big leagues. They said as much when they called you up. Big fish in a little pond. Said you'd outgrown Ohio, so you headed for Chicago. Like you couldn't be getting along. Thought you were headed for the big leagues. They said as much when they called you up. When you grow old and start to forget, this'll be the one that'll still be stinging. Every memento is a time machine. Travel back to a faded memory. Thought you were headed for the big leagues. They said as much when they called you up. There's more than one way to get away. A mind can be bold, made and unmade. But you think you're stuck here like the rest of us. Like it or not, you got what you got. Thought you were headed for the big leagues. They said as much when they called you up. Oh, yes. Thank you. We're going to do something extra weird, so uno momento. So one day we mess around and we write songs all the time, or we just do little like instrumentals that we've been working on or whatever. And one day I decided that we were going to get some slides so we could play slide guitar. And I was horrible at it from the beginning, and Amanda was pretty good at it. And then I started playing a bass line, and we were like, that sounds like swamp music. We don't know if that's a genre. I think it is, but yeah, that's what we're about to play. It's called swamp music. It has no other name. And we've only played this a couple times. It's a brand new song, so you're kind of our guinea pigs. Enjoy. We threw the cypress trees, muddy waters up to your knees. Paint your face my book under a full moon. Crocodile, crocodile, how you fixin' to kill? Or are you just trying to stay cool? While stones grind up your fill. Mama said you wanna go to the crib. Mama said you gotta have shoes. And remember that snake that you saw. He'll be coming back for you. The devil is coming. She's coming for you. You sign your true name in a book under a full moon. Mosquitoes warm my blood. The taste of fresh decay. Here they come collecting pollution got to her head. The devil is coming. He's coming for us. We signed our true names in his book under a full moon. In his book under a full moon. Thank you. Did you feel like you traveled to the swamp for a little bit? I do right now. I'm swampy. What a beautiful night.
You're a beautiful night.
This next song is called Up to You, and I wrote this not too long after me and my sister, she lives in Meigs County still, where I grew up, and I went down there for Thanksgiving. We did like a mini Thanksgiving together, and we hadn't done that in years, and it was really special, and this song was inspired by that. Visit your sister, visit your mother, and if you don't forget forgive your brother. Remember that it's up to you. Remember that it's up to you. Thank you. Oh yeah. So make sure. So this next song was actually written around a drum beat, and it was written a while ago, and I'm going to change it to something weird that has to do with. We're not singing those verses tonight, but I'll tell you about the weirdness. It's about Hades coming up from hell to steal Persephone away and abduct her back to hell, and that whole story if you're into that. So for the future, look for that weirdness. For now, we'll do normal stuff. Black cat. Oh yeah. Thirst. I'll allow you one drink.
That's all I get.
So this next song is, I'm gonna let Amanda talk about it actually.
Yes, this is actually a tune that I've been playing around with for quite a few years. I never actually envisioned it having lyrics, but I showed it to Casey and came up with some good stuff, and so we kind of ended up theming it around witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Yeah, we're convinced that if it were a different time and place, we probably would have been burned at the stake already.
100%.
We're very witchy. craft. What you got there? You got a little drawing?
A little offering for the band.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, this is helpful.
Oh, this is definitely helpful.
These are for children, right?
Yes.
Oh, look, he gave you the bit.
Yeah.
Look at the difference there.
Thank you.
VIP, MVP right there. I actually wrote this next song in Portsmouth too. Oh, 5 miles for you, baby, just to get you on the road. Yeah, how 5 miles for you, baby, just to get you on the road. And when I came through the door, all you could say is, where is the mill? Oh, I hate the smell of those stinking cigarettes. Yeah, I hate the smell of those stinking cigarettes. And when I told you so, all you did was blow smoke in my face. Well, tell me what's the point in having the same old talk? Yeah, tell me what's the point in having the same old talk? Go ahead and ask me one more time and I'll tell you to buzz off. But I'm done walking, baby, wore out all my shoes. Yeah, I'm done walking, baby, wore out all my shoes. Well, you can buy me a pair, but I still ain't gonna walk for you. Oh, 5 miles for you, baby, just to get you my rose. Yeah, 5 miles for you, baby, just to get you my rose. And when I came through the door, all you could say is, where is the mill? But I'm done walking, baby, wore out all my shoes. Yeah, I'm done walking, baby, wore out all my shoes. Well, you can buy me a pair, but I still ain't gonna walk for you. Well, you can buy me a pair, but I still ain't gonna walk for you. Thank you. How great were Josiah and Charlie? They were so awesome. So awesome.
So awesome.
It's awesome. And they have a ton of like really cool prints and stuff up here. Fun story actually. So we go to Nelsonville Music Fest every year. Love it. Best festival around. Sorry, River Days. but it's very family oriented. It's fantastic. And my husband's daughter is 16, and she's not a typical 16-year-old. You know, sorry for any 16-year-olds, but you guys kind of suck. And she doesn't really suck. So anyways, she came back to the camp and was like, look at this art I bought. And I was like, that's Charlie's art. And she was really stoked about it. And I was like, oh, let's walk over, we'll talk to Charlie. So she was really excited about it, and that's really fun to see as well, and especially like her being interested in art and stuff. So Charlie and Josiah are great. Give them some love by coming up and buying some stuff and talking to them. They love to talk, especially Josiah, if you couldn't tell.
Thanks, Professor.
All right.
I took care of yours too.
Oh, you took. Oh, thanks. Took care of the Jello shots. Amanda's gonna sing us a song now. Thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. You guys are so awesome. We're gonna play 2 more songs for you. Again, we're here under the name the Marys, but we're gonna be Ty Ducker. That's fun, right? Ty Ducker? No one likes it?
Woo, Ty Ducker, yeah.
Do we like it or do we hate it? Let's see. Woo if you like it. Ty Ducker, do you like it? Woo!
Oh,
Woo, okay, that was like a weak woo.
that's all right.
What about Jenna was carrying a bucket of shims around earlier, and I said Shim Bucket would be a really good band name. Is Shim Bucket better than Ty Ducker? Oh, there's some woos out there. Not looking good for us. Oh God, what's coming my way? Yes. Oh. my god. Oh yes. Ooh, that one's really good. See, there are tide duckers in the wild. They're real.
People have thought of this.
Mark says we should not embrace tide ducker. He doesn't like it. But those are some pretty good picks. Oh yeah, stretching. We're gonna pick it back up a notch. Hope my hat doesn't get in the way. Gotta get out of this house. Been sitting too long, I'm going south. This 9 to 5 is killing me. Need a cup of ambition from Dolly. Now raise some hell till the money's all gone. Raise some hell till the money's all gone. Gotta get out of this sleepy town. Find some place I can be myself. Can't seem to find any privacy. Why someone always watching me? Now raise some hell till the money's all gone. Raise some hell till the money's all gone. Gotta get it out and swallow my doubt. It's a hair washing day, gotta let it all out. Well, a well-behaved woman is a mystery. That's no way to make history. Now raise some hell till the money's all gone. Raise some hell till the money's all gone. Gotta get out of this house. Been sitting too long, I'm going south. Now raise some hell till the money's all gone. Raise some hell till the money's all gone. Raise some hell. Burning all the calories back here. Just gonna need a protein shake after this. So you may be wondering, why didn't we end on that song? Because that took a lot of our energy and now we're tired. You're probably thinking that. But this next song, the last one we're gonna play, is called Birdsong for a couple reasons. Buried the lead there, but I was listening to my favorite podcast, Sound Opinions. It's out of Chicago. Great podcast about music. And they do a rock doctor segment where someone calls in and they got an ailment and then they prescribed some music for him. And the guy who called in was saying, like, he's in his 40s, he's been through a divorce, he's been through some stuff, and there's just no music for him. It's all, we're 20, woo! And there's not really anything for when you've been through stuff or have anxieties and that sort of thing. So I wrote this song, I was inspired by that, and I was trying to record it, and some noisy birds were fighting with each other outside, and so it became Birdsong. And in Marysville, there's as many trains as there are in Portsmouth, so anytime I record outdoors or anywhere near an open window, a train is inevitably going to be in that recording. So birds and trains, this next one's called Birdsong, and it's for everyone. That was really wonderful. We are the Marys / Tide Ducker, and we hope to see you back in Portsmouth soon.
Stuff, dude. Stuff, guys. Ladies.
Sweaty.